The deadly clash of 10 people from Miami on the high seas near Cuba this week turns out to be highly symbolic.
Now to our other major story tonight, Cuba's shoot-down of 2 small planes piloted by Cuban exiles off Havana's coast.
Almost 30 years to the day after Soviet-made Cuban MiG fighter jets shot down 2 unarmed civilian Cessnas approaching Cuba, piloted by Cuban Americans calling themselves the Brothers to the Rescue. The order to shoot down their plane came, NBC was told, from Fidel Castro himself, who saw it as a deliberate threat from the U.S.
This has been assassination in the high seas.
The group's leader claimed to have been trained by the CIA, the shoot-down prompting President Bill Clinton to punish Cuba with tougher sanctions.
President Clinton has tightened restrictions on the Castro government. Havana claims the plane's owner, Brothers to the Rescue, was planning sabotage.
To Cuba, it was a reminder of President John F. Kennedy's infamous Bay of Pigs operation by the CIA in 1961. During the Cold War, communist Cuba became a flashpoint between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. In 1962, Moscow deployed missiles in Cuba, just 90 miles from the U.S. The showdown between JFK and the Kremlin almost boiling over, known in history now as the Cuban Missile Crisis. Decades of tension, thousands of Cuban rafters fleeing to U.S. shores. It all came to a head again in 1999, when a 6-year-old child, Elián González, was found on Thanksgiving Day, 3 miles off the coast of Fort Lauderdale, clinging to an inner tube, the sole survivor after his mother died at sea. The U.S. turned the boy over to relatives in Miami, prompting an international custody battle fought by his father and Castro's government, organizing massive anti-U.S. protests in Havana.
Cuban officials are threatening massive protests if the boy is not returned by today.
A judge finally ordered the boy taken from Miami and eventually returned to his father in Cuba. With the fall of the Soviet Union, Russia stopped subsidizing Cuba, and Havana turned to its ally in Venezuela for oil and cash. In 2008, an ailing Fidel Castro turned over power to his brother Raul. And with the election of President Barack Obama, the U.S. eased the embargo and reestablished diplomatic relations, raising the stars and stripes in Havana for the first time since 1961.
This is truly a memorable occasion.
In 2016, Obama became the first U.S. president to go to Havana in 88 years, holding a news conference with Raul Castro, the leaders even going to a baseball game together. But with the election of Donald Trump, U.S. policy made a U-turn. Most embassy personnel were brought home after an outbreak of a mysterious ailment causing headaches and dizziness that came to be called Havana Syndrome. The CIA never found the cause, but Trump put Cuba back on the list of states that sponsor terror, restricting its trade and commerce. Cruise ships stopped bringing American tourists. Cuba's last lifeline was its ally Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela. But with Cuban-American Marco Rubio as Secretary of State, Maduro was arrested and Cuba's oil supply blockaded. Now Cuba's economy is cratering, and Trump is predicting the revolution that came to power in 1959 could come to an end even without the U.S. using force.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.